Panagdait sa tanan o sa tanang kabuhatan, we are the Group 9 and our topic is the Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. We will talk about the view of human nature of the CBT, the structure of personality, the developmental stages, the ego defense mechanism, the role of the counselor, the goals of the therapy, and of course the techniques. So first, the view of human nature. So the cognitive behavioral therapy is a type of talking therapy that helps you change how you think and behave to improve your mental health. So the CBT emphasizes that your thoughts, feelings, and behavior are all linked or interconnected. And it helps you identify the negative thought patterns na makakontribute sa imuha o distress. So by modifying these negative thought patterns, ma-change nimo or you can change how you feel and act na mag-lead sa imo to better mental well-being. And also, it emphasizes the role of the cognitive processes in shaping human experiences. The cognitive processes includes the perception, memory, attention, and interpretation. So when we say perception, this is how you take in and understand information from your senses like sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So it is the way your brain organizes and interprets what you experience to make sense of the world around you. For example, if makataste ka og chocolate, your perception involves receiving the flavor through your taste buds. And then, i-process siya sa imong brain, and then, masabta na dayon or ma-recognize na dayon nimo nga ang imong nakaon or na-taste nimo is a chocolate flavor. Second is the memory. This is how you store and remember information over time. So, it's essential for recalling past experiences, learning new things, and making decisions. So, there are two main types of memory. The short-term memory, example of this is kana hinumdumon or i-remember nimo a phone number before nimo siya madaya. So it's take short time lang. While the long-term memory, example ani is recalling your childhood experiences. So ang memory niya is pang lifetime. Mao to siya ang short-term and long-term memory. So first, the perception, it helps kanya mag-gather of information through your senses. And then, ang memory is store niya ang information nga pwede pa nimo magamit into future purposes. So the third one is the attention. This is how you focus on specific parts of your environment while ignoring the others. Just like example, if makig-talk ka or maminaw ka sa imong friends in a noisy cafeteria, so ang imong focus is naa lang sa imong friends sa iyang mga gipang istorya and gi-ignore na nimo ang kasaba sa cafeteria or sa mga tawo. So another example is kanang mag-study ka sa imong exam. So ang imong focus is naa lang sa imong notes kay ka-study man ka while gina-ignore nimo ang background noise. So, mao siya ang attention. And the last one is the interpretation. This is how you make sense of situation based on what you perceive through your senses, what you remember from your past experiences, and what you pay attention to. So it can significantly affect your behavior. So next is the structure of personality. So it comprises of three components: the id, ego, and the superego. So the id, this is a primitive component of a human personality na mag-operate siya sa pleasure principle, which is ang iyang function is i-fulfill niya immediate ang imong desire and needs without considering the consequences. While the ego, this is a part of personality nga mag-mediate siya between the ids and the reality. So, this seeking to satisfy the id's desire in a realistic and socially acceptable way. Ang superego, this uphold moral standards and promoting ethical behavior. So, for example, if you want to buy expensive sneakers, then ang imong aids, gusto siya karon dayon nimo mapalit. While your ego, i-consider pa niya if kaya ba nimo bayaran or ma-afford ba nimo or naapakailaing bill nga kailangan bayaran. While the superego, balimaw ni siya mag-remind sa imo nga that saving money is a better financial decision kesa magasto-gasto. So, bali, ang ego is napatungan siya sa id and the superego.
Developmental stages influenced by early experience and interactions with caregivers. Our early experience and interaction with caregivers such as parents, grandparents, or guardians have a significant impact on our personality, emotions, and relationships in the future. This idea is based on John Bowles' attachment theory, which suggests that your first relationship shape how we see the world and ourselves. So, for example, kung usa ka bata, per may kinatagaan og love and attention and security from their parents, mudako siya nga na ay confidence sa iyang kaugalingon and able to form close relationship to others. So, pero kung ang bata pasagdang das ginikanan, dili siya mahatagan og love and attention og strict pa jud kayo, possible nga ang sa iyang pagdako is mahadlok siya mosalig sa ubang tawo og dili siya confident sa iyang kaugalingon. Next is stages indicate psychological growth are necessary. Challenges at different life stages. So, stages of psychological growth refers to the different phases of human development where individuals face specific challenges that help them grow emotionally, socially, and mentally. Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory outlines 8 stages, 8 with 8 challenges that must be resolved for health development. So, sa Erik Erikson na ay 8 ka stages, pero isa lang sa akong ihatag nga example. So, example, according to Erikson's stages, identify versus real confusions which happen during adolescence from age 12 to 18. In these stages, dili na nimo mailhan o kinsa ka o unsay mong gusto buhaton. If i-guide kag tarong, maka-gain kag strong relationship, pero dili maka-feel kag lost or confused. Next is understanding these stages help in identifying and addressing behavioral issue. So, understanding the stages of psychological growth helps in identifying and addressing behavioral issues. Each stages of life present specific challenges, and if these challenges are not properly navigated, they can lead to emotional, social, or behavioral problems in the future. Example, if ang parents grabe kayo control sa ilahang anak, ang ilang anak kay maka-develop og self-doubt. And then sa iyang pagdako, dili siya confident sa iyang kaugalingon and mahadlok siya makig-friends sa uban. Pero kung ang parents grabe kayo og support o guidance sa ilang anak, ang bata maka-learn og trust og independence pud siya og kabalo siya makisama sa uban. Ego defense mechanism. So, psychological strategies used by the ego to protect against anxiety and maintain self-esteem. So, psychological strategies used by the ego to protect against anxiety and maintain self-esteem are called defense mechanisms. These are unconscious processes that help individuals cope with stress, uncomfortable emotions, or threats to their self-image. Sigmund Freud identified several defense mechanisms that people use to manage difficult feelings. So, example, a person nga addicted kaayo sa alcohol, pwede siya moingon nga wala ko'y problema sa pag-ingon. Bisan nakita nimo sa iyaha nga grabe na kay kaluya ang iyahang lawas tungod sa ilimnon. So, pinaagin sa denial is malikayan niya kung unsa yung gibati o unsa pud iyahang mga problema. And next is common mechanism include repression, denial, projection, and rationalization. So, Common defense mechanisms are unconscious psychological strategies used by individuals to cope with anxiety, stress, or threats to their self-esteem. Some of the most common ones include repression, denial, projection, and rationalization. So, first is repression. So, example ani niya kay usa ka bata nga naka-experience of childhood trauma. Siguro sa iyahang pagkabata kanang grabe kayo iyahang experience nga gibunog siya. Tapos then para makalimtan niya dili siya gusto nga mahisgutan og unsay past niya. And next is denial. Example, ako kusog kayo ko manigarilyo. Bisan pag gibawalan ako sa doktor kay naa ako'y sakit sa baga. Pero moingon gihapon ko niya nga wa ko'y sakit ug okay ra ko. And next is projection. Example, ang imuhang bana kay naay laing gibuhi. Pero siya pa'y magduda nimo nga naa kay lain bisan pag wala siya ebidensya. And the last is rationalization. Example, naay estudyante nga nabagsak sa exam. Mingingon siya nga batay kay mutudlo among maestra, maong wala ko kapasar. Imbis kanang iya na lang dawaton nga wala gid siya nagtuon. And next is recognizing this helps in understanding maladaptive behavior and thoughts. Recognizing defense mechanism helps in understanding maladaptive behaviors and thoughts because it allows us to see why certain behavior may be unhelpful or unhealthy. When people rely too heavily on defense mechanism, they may avoid facing important issues, leading to negative patterns of thinking and behaviors. These patterns can affect personal growth, relationships, and mental health. By identifying these mechanisms, we can start to address and change the underlying problems. So, example, ang usa ka tawo naka-experience of repression, pwede siya mo develop og avoidant behavior. So, sama sa paglikay og hisgutan, ang problema pinaagi ani is mas makatabang sa iyang health their coping mechanism like therapy or emotional expression.
Of counselor, it acts as a guide and a facilitator rather than a directive authority. So, the counselor help the client to find solution to their own problem. Like, dili bitaw ang counselor magbuot or magdesisyon para sa ilang client. For example, if ang usa ka estudyante is naglibo kung unsa kurso iyang kwaon. So, dili mo ingon ang counselor nga kanikwaan na kurso. So, ang counselor is iyaha lang i-guide ang client pamaagi sa pagpangutana. Like siya mangutana og unsa man ang imong hilig or asa kaganahan magtrabaho sa umaabot. So, diri para matabangan ang client nga makahuna-huna ug makadesisyon based sa ilahang gusto ug dili sa gisulti sa uban. So, ikaduha is encourages client to explore their thought behaviors critically. So, dinhi is tabangan ang client nga masabtan nila ang ilahang negative nga panguna-huna is makaapekto sa ilaha. Like, for example, if ang client is like mahadlok siyang iro, so kay napaaka na siya sa una. Bisan ang iro is buutan, muli kay gihapon siya. So, ang counselor mangutana if tanan ba iro mamaak or naabay buutan. So, dinhi para ma-realize sa client nga ma-realize sa client nga dili tanang iro is mamaak o delikado. So, ikatulo is to establishes a collaborative therapeutic relationship and promoting trust and openness. So, dinhi is ang counselor is siguraduhon niya nga ang client is makasulti sa ilahang debate nga walay kahadlok nga ma-judge. So, for example, if ang usa ka client is mahadlok mosulti sa iyang problema. So ang counselor mo ingon siya nga okay ra nga maghinay-hinay ka, like andam ko maminaw para maminaw. So para ang client mas mo-open up na dili siya mahadlok nga isulti ang ilahang tinuod nga debate. Role of therapy is number 1 is to identify and modify negative thoughts, patterns, and behavior. So, dinhi is mutabang ang therapy sa client nga usbon niya ang negative bitaw niya nga panguna-una kay ilisan ni positibo. So, for example, kung ang client is miingon o dili ko kamao, is tudluan siya ani nga muingon o makakat-on ko basta maning kamot. So dinhi is himuon bitaw like mag-positive self-talk siya para mawala or mailisan bitaw iyahang negative thought o positive. So ikaduha is to aim for increased emotional regulation and improve coping mechanism. So ang therapy is makatabang sa client unsaon pag-manage sa ilahang emosyon para dili sila dali ma-stress, mahadlok ug masuko. So for example, if ang usa ka client is dali masuko ug lisod nila makontrol, so ang counselor is tudluan sila og deep breathing technique aron like mukalma sila. So, ikatulo is to focus on empowering client to take control of their mental health. So, the anhi is ang client is tabangan ani siya sa therapy nga mahimo silang independent sa pag-handle sa ilahang mental health. Like example, if ang client is hadlok sa public speaking, so mag-practice siya step by step or hinay-hinay lang hantod sa mo gain siya og confidence nga mo istorya sa kadaghanang tawo o tuluan ang client kung unsaon pagtabang sa ilang kaugalingon sa pag-atiman sa ilahang mental health.
Cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring is a technique used to change negative thought patterns into more positive ones. Example, imagine you're about to give a presentation at work. You start thinking, I'm going to mess this up. Everyone is going to think I'm incompetent. I'm going to get fired. Behavioral experiment. A client with social anxiety is afraid of public speaking. They avoid situations where they might have to speak in front of others. The experiment. Identify the fear. The client's fear is public speaking. 2. Develop a hypothesis. The client believes, if I speak in public, I will be judged and negatively humiliated. 3. Design the experiment. The client agrees to give a short presentation to a small group of friends. 4. Collect data. The client will track their anxiety level before, during, and after the presentation, and note any negative thoughts or feelings they experience. They will also get feedback from their friends about their performance. 5. Analyze the result. Did the client experience the feared outcome? Were the negative thoughts accurate? How did they feel after the presentation? 6. Revise beliefs. Based on the result, the client can challenge their belief that public speaking will lead to humiliation. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Managing an anxiety stress. A client experiences frequent panic attacks triggered by stressful situations. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. 1. Deep breathing. The therapist teaches the client diaphragmatic breathing exercises. This involves taking slow, deep breath from the diaphragm, which helps the client, the nervous system, and reduce anxiety. Body scan meditation. The therapist guides the client through a body scan meditation. This involves focusing attention on different parts of the body, noticing sensations without judgment. This helps the client become more aware of their physical responses to stress. 3. Progressive muscle relaxation. The therapist teaches the client to tense and release different muscle groups in their body. This helps to reduce muscle tension and promote relaxation. 4. Mindfulness observation. The therapist encourages the client to practice mindful observation of their thoughts and feelings during a panic attack. Instead of getting caught up in the fear, the client is encouraged to observe the sensations and thoughts without judgment. Exposure therapy. Gradual exposure to feared scenarios to reduce avoidance. Short example, fear of dogs. A client with a fear of dogs might begin exposure therapy by imaginal exposure. Looking at pictures of dogs. 2. In vivo exposure. Watching a dog from a distance. 3. Graded exposure. Gradually getting closer to a dog, perhaps starting with a small calm dog behind a fence. The client would practice relaxation techniques to manage anxiety during each step. 4. In vivo exposure. Eventually petting a calm dog while practicing relaxation. The goal is to reduce avoidance behaviors and demonstrate that the feared outcome is unlikely. The client learns to associate with dogs with less fear and anxiety over.